Hey guys, it's Kelly and welcome back to my channel. Check out what's behind me. It's a minivan, not just any minivan, but it's a 2025 Chrysler Pacifica Pinnacle all-wheel drive model. This one has an MSRP of $59,000. But before you freak out, there's no way any dealer is going to charge you for that, okay? These Chrysler Pacificas, they're a little slower to sell, so that means good manufacturer rebates and good dealership discounts. So I thought we would take this opportunity to dive in to what this all-wheel drive, loaded up minivan has to offer. And if this is your first time joining me, hey, I'm Kelly and I'm the car mom. I review cars for moms and for families. I'm a mom of 4 and I'm a certified child passenger safety tech. Let's get started. Something a lot of people don't know about the Pacifica, well, a couple things they don't know about the Pacifica, is one, it's currently the only thing that Chrysler makes right now, okay? The Chrysler, one of the biggest automakers in the United States, now only makes the Pacifica and the Voyager, which are 2 vans, which is kind of crazy. And with this being their Pinnacle, this is basically like their crown jewel. This is the best that the Chrysler nameplate has to offer. Something else people don't realize is that the Pacifica actually is available in both all-wheel drive and a hybrid, but not together, okay? When it comes to people considering minivans, one of the biggest things I hear is, oh, but darn it, it doesn't have all-wheel drive, aside from the Sienna. However, if you're looking for that sweet all-wheel drive hybrid combo, the Pacifica is not your van, and then your only option is the Toyota Sienna. I feel like Chrysler gets kind of a lot of flack for being like a cheaper made car, but when I'm in this vehicle, I actually do feel pretty impressed with all the technology, all the features, and the overall design and materials used. I mean, sure, this isn't like a luxury car, but I still have those nice features. Take a look at our door panel right here. We've got this really nice plush leather. We have a Harman Kardon sound system, some chrome accents. Look at even the contrast stitching. I love that. I feel like with minivans, like the outside is the outside. Like I'm not gonna sit here and like gaslight you into thinking it's good looking, but I appreciate when they bring some like more luxury, nice features on the interior. Because who spends more time in their car than a mom? Like I'll clock 6 hours on a Tuesday between school drop-off, ballet practice, and football practice. Like the car is important, especially the driver's seat. And I actually think the Pacifica does a pretty good job. So let me get you over to the other side. Okay, so in this interior, I want to start by taking a look at these seats. Quilted leather, the contrast stitching, heated and ventilated, overall super comfortable. I also really appreciate, again, this is minor, but I think you guys will appreciate this too. This is very high up. Like this is really acting like a faux armrest. Sometimes they're so low or just non-existent. So this feels very comfortable. This has a really good bridge element, okay? I'm always looking for these in the minivans because I like the additional storage that they come with. Our screen is nothing really to write home about. It's small, but it's fine. It's been responsive enough. We go into all of our knobs. It's a little knob heavy. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I accidentally was trying to go like this because I thought that was the volume knob. Just like 3 knobs all next to each other. Not my favorite from a design perspective, but I've gotten used to it as I've been driving. Down here we have a Blu-ray disc player for our rear entertainment as well as an HDMI cord. We'll talk about that in a second. We also have wireless charger, 2 USB-Cs and a USB, plus a little additional storage here. Good cup holders right here, can fit my Stanley fine. And then if you come underneath, we also have some additional storage, which I just really love for a minivan. I expect a minivan to go above and beyond in terms of storage. Like there's gotta be a reason I'm driving it for, you know, like I need more storage. Center console is a little tiny. I wish that there was some more depth to it. If I'm especially comparing this to just other cars in its class, I was expecting a little bit more depth there. You do have, sorry, this is probably a rough angle. You do have an area here. I honestly can't imagine what that's for. I guess it's just like a phone or some storage. And then you can also pull out underneath the center console. So I guess that's why it's not as deep, because you can have this additional space back here. My problem with this though is these cup holders aren't quite, These cup holders aren't quite as good. They're flimsy, and you have to like pull this out to access them. I don't think that's the best design. I'd rather this area just be the cup holders, and if you want to keep that, that's fine. But I just feel like that should have been cup holders. Now I'm really picky about fam cams because sometimes the placement is just wonky, and you can't even see kids in rear-facing seats. Look how good I can see this. Honestly, one of the better fam cams, because even like something in the Kia Carnival, you can kind of maybe see like half of the rear-facing kid's head. That's a straight shot. It's a straight shot. You can just hit any of these sections to see what you want to see. That is impressive tech. I really like that. Okay, so here we are in the second row of the Chrysler Pacifica Pinnacle, and we're going to start breaking it down. First of all, it comes with these pillows. Like, I feel like this is the kind of thing I would immediately take out of the car. And then I guess you could repurpose it for your couch. Honestly, so silly. Put those up there. Okay, as far as legroom's concerned, I mean, this is a minivan, so I have great second row legroom. The seat's on tracks, so I can move it all the way up to give the third row more room, or I can push it all the way back to give the second row more room. I'm very tall, I'm about 6 feet, and I obviously had plenty of room either way. Some other things I'm loving about the second row, it has ceiling vents, great placement. It has built-in sunshades. Love it. Heated seats available on this Pinnacle trim. We have our power door right here. Now, you know how minivans are. You can do it on the key, you can do it on the door, you can do it up there. There's so many ways to open up these doors. This is kind of exciting. We have screens. Now, I normally don't like built-in entertainment for a couple of reasons. One, it can affect the car seat installations. It can affect, like, you know, the third row can't really ever see it great. They can break. Your kid then always sees the screen, is always asking to watch something. So if you're gonna have them, I do appreciate that these ones at least fold down. I prefer them on top of the screen, or on top of the roof, excuse me, but I understand then you lose things like the panoramic sunroof. Ultimately, I would never seek out a car that had rear entertainment. This is just my opinion. My kids have tablets, so like if it's a long road trip and I need to pull out those, like I'm just giving every kid their own with a pair of headphones. That's just my opinion. And I think the rest of the industry is kind of going that way because less and less cars are offering this rear entertainment. And ultimately, it's expensive. Like, ultimately, you're paying a lot of money to have this screen in here that maybe you'll use a couple times a year, if at all, because you're, you know, it's just, so I don't know. So I go back and forth with it. I do like this one for what it is. It has Fire TV built in, so you can get the Wi-Fi. You can also do the HDMI. You can do the Bluetooth. You have options here, and it feels pretty user-friendly. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Are you still team rear entertainment, or do you just give your kids tablets like me? Okay, let's talk about the car seat setup. Now, I have done so many videos of the Chrysler Pacifica, and nothing's changed in terms of the car seat setup. So if you're interested in more like granular advice, go watch like my 2024 or my 2022 video. The TLDR though is, it's okay for car seats. The third row headrests are abysmal. I'll show you that in a second. But let's start with the second row. So one thing I hate is in the all-wheel drive, you can't get the bench seat. Disgusting. Figure it out, Chrysler. Everyone else has. You should be able to get a bench seat, but that's okay. You have the captain stairs in the Pinnacle. In the Pinnacle though, you also don't have the stow and go in its like formal sense. You have storage here, which is nice. I love the storage, but these seats don't stow into the ground like you find on the lower trim levels. And I was surprised by that. You also can't get stow and go on the hybrid, which I think makes a little bit more sense. Just because of the way the battery is placed in the car. I don't know why you can't get them in the all-wheel drive. I'm assuming it has something to do with the drivetrain, but I think you can get it on other all-wheel drive cars, just not the Pinnacle. I don't know. Maybe it's the way the Pinnacle seats are. I think it's a miss because I think the stow and go is one of the best features of the Chrysler Pacifica. It's a feature that Chrysler has patented, so kind of feels crazy to not have it. But that's okay. As far as the car seat setup's concerned, you have three sets of lower anchors in this car. Two in the captain's chairs. You have one in the middle of those two seats. I'll point it out there when we get back there. And then you have you have 4 tether anchors because the third row shares tether anchors. It's fine, but like just compared to other cars in its class, especially minivans, it could be a little more car seat friendly. We should have more lower anchors. We should have better headrests. We should have more tether anchors. So I think where I struggle with the Pacifica is like if you want the sliding doors and the stow and go, like those are really great features. But as far as like being a car that can haul a ton of kids around, I think the Pacifica falls a little flat. Okay, I stand corrected. I'm so sorry. There are 4 sets of latch. So there's a full set of latch on this seat, and then there's 1 set of latch right here that's in between these 2 seats. I don't love that because it's off-centered with the seatbelt, so you can't do boosters here. This is annoying. Like that's just going to get in the way completely. So that feels like they just put it there for no reason, ultimately. And then here we have these headrests. Just super strange, protrude at such a weird angle, and I'm telling you, it makes it really hard to get a safe installation with some car seats and boosters. We have a list of car seats that we like for the Pacifica. We'll leave a link to that in the description below. We've also talked about it in our other videos. But you have to be very, very selective about the car seats that you put back here. Okay, as far as other amenities go, it's a comfortable third row. It's a deep seat, so I feel like I've got some good room even as a tall passenger. The ceiling vents are like everything to me right now, like wowza. Built-in sunshades, also a winner. These seats can recline, and we have our built-in vacuum, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool, kind of a kind of cool, kind of like it's one more thing to keep track of, to empty. I'd personally just rather go to Club Car Wash or like use my vacuum that I keep in my center console. I don't know. I know that's like such a hot take, but I just look around this car and I just see dollar signs. And then I see like vehicle affordability at an all-time low, and I'm just like, maybe we just like didn't have to like put a vacuum in. I mean, don't get me, I mean, I get that it's cool, but like, you know what I mean? What if the car was just cheaper? I think that would be cool. Okay, so the good news is, here's the good news. You do have stow and go of the third row. So you can stow ever so slowly. And there we go. So now you've got a nice trunk space, nice flatbed. But again, the problem here, you guys, is without the captain's chairs, I mean, what good is this? Like, if you go to Costco, it's gonna go rolling right up there. Now, of course, you have a ton of trunk space without it. So I feel like you'd only probably do that if you were like hauling, it's like a truck bed, like if you were hauling something big, because I think this is actually plenty of trunk space for your daily use. And just the depth of the minivan trucks are always really important. It's wide, it's deep, but it's also tall. I mean, you could stack all the way up to here. Something else that Chrysler does, actually all the Stellantis products, is they put their power tailgate here instead of here, which people really like, especially if they're on the shorter side, because that can be, I mean, if you're like 5'2", I mean, I'm 6 feet. If you're like 5'2", that could be kind of tall. So that feels a little bit more inclusive for everyone. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the Chrysler Pacifica. Specifically, I'm dying to hear your thoughts on the rear entertainment situation.